In this video, I'm going to break down the symbolic meaning of this Bible phrase so that you can use it to manifest anything you want to come into your life. I'm going to break this down in detail and teach you exactly what the Bible was trying to tell you through this Bible verse. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. Job 33:15 and 16. In this video, I'm going to break down the symbolic meaning of this Bible phrase so that you can use it to manifest anything you want to come into your life. I'm going to break this down in detail and teach you exactly what the Bible was trying to tell you through this Bible verse. Many people that read the Bible, they read the Bible in such a way as if they're reading it as if it was just an ordinary book, when in fact, this book, the Bible, was written in a language of symbolism. And the way the Bible was written in Eastern symbolism, they used characters and personifications to define the functions of the mind. And it's actually a book written on psychology rather than history. And Neville Goddard spoke about this in chapter 1 of his book, Seed Time and Harvest. Many who enjoy the old familiar verses of Scripture are discouraged when they themselves try to read the Bible as they would any other book because, quite excusably, they do not understand that the Bible is written in a language of symbolism, not knowing that all of its characters are personifications of the laws and functions of mind, that the Bible is psychology rather than history, and they puzzle their brains over it for a while and then give up or misinterpret it. The Bible is a revelation of the laws and functions of mind expressed in the language of that twilight realm into which we go when we sleep, because the symbolic language of this twilight realm is much the same for all men. The recent explorers of this realm, human imagination, call it the collective consciousness. And somewhere within this realm of imagination, there is a mood, a feeling of the wish fulfilled, which, if appropriated, means success to you. This realm, this Eden, your imagination, is vaster than you know and repays exploration. So in large part, the Bible was trying to teach us about feeling states and sleep and how we can manifest and use those tools in order to create our reality, to change the hologram, change the simulation, and create a world where we can actually manipulate things and change them based on who we are as a person. Because as we know, you don't attract and you don't manifest things that you want. You attract and manifest who you are. So you have to ask yourself this question. Who are you? What do you have? What are your primary feeling states as you're going to sleep at night? What is your feeling state as you are sealing your instructions with God, with your higher self, with the universe, the subconscious mind? Who are you and what do you have? What do you believe that you have as a person, as a concept of yourself, your character? Who are you as you're drifting into sleep? And this is what the Bible was trying to explain to us on how we can create a different world, how we can shift in the multiverse, sealing your instructions with feeling states as you're going to sleep at night. And this doesn't have to be a chore. This doesn't have to be hard work. This can be very simple, and you need to have fun with this. Even throughout the day and as you're going to sleep, sealing your instructions, which the Bible in Job was trying to explain to us. Okay, this can be very, very simple and very, very fun. So you have to change your perspective of what you're doing throughout the day and as you're falling asleep. Make this something fun, like childlike. Go back to your childhood. This is something fun. Be childlike as you're creating a new version of yourself. before you're going to sleep at night, and what do you want to have? Who do you want to be? And then create this overwhelming feeling state that you now have everything that you want as you're sealing your instructions with God or the subconscious mind, your higher self, the universe. Who are you as you're falling asleep? And the Bible was trying to explain how we can change and manipulate and manifest anything that we want to come into our world simply by falling asleep as a different person and changing the version of yourself. Because when you create a new concept or a new personality within yourself, that's all based on what you have and what you can do and the things that you believe that you have. Okay, this is what changes your concept of yourself and attracts different things to you in the three-dimensional world. Changing your concept of yourself is just having more things, because you're going to be someone different if you have everything that you want. And who is that person? You have to ask yourself these questions, because asking yourself questions creates feeling states, because you have to go there and then feel that. Even for a split second, you're going to feel that, because if you wanted to have $100 million, you would simply ask yourself that question. Right before you go to sleep at night, what would I feel like right now if I had $100 million? And you submerge yourself in this feeling. Your mind, from that thought, from that question, there's going to be an image that comes into your mind that goes there and feels that just for that split second. You may not even know it. You may not even see the pictures and the images that come up in your mind, but your imagination has to go there when you ask that question. And it's going to go there and see you with that money and then feel that for one split second. And if you can hold that feeling state, keep going back to that feeling state over and over and over and over and over, it's going to be your primary feeling state. You're training yourself to feel that all the time. You're feeling this all the time. So the more you can do it, the more you create this feeling state by asking these questions. Then you can sealeth your instructions with the subconscious mind, with the universe, with God, with your higher self, with the collective consciousness. And that's what the Bible is trying to tell us from this Bible phrase. This is it right here. This is from Job 33:15 and 16. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then the subconscious mind, God, your higher self, the collective consciousness, openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. So this is very simple. This is written in Eastern symbolism, but this is exactly what this means. Who are you as you're falling asleep and sealing your instructions with God, with the universe, with the subconscious mind? Who are you as a person? What do you have? And whatever this primary feeling state is as you're sealing your instructions is going to shift you in the multiverse, going to shift you to that corresponding world, or that world that's congruent with who you are. That primary feeling state that you're going into the subconscious, sealing your instructions, then you're shifting worlds, and the subconscious is expressing a different version of you and expressing a different version of your world, basically shifting you to that corresponding world that is your primary feeling states. And that's what it is. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon a person, in slumberings upon the bed, when you're going to sleep, that's when the subconscious mind, the universe, God, the collective consciousness is then feeling you. You're connecting with it, and then it's shifting you to that corresponding world that is congruent with your primary feeling of who you are as a person, not what you want. Because when you want things, when you have want for all of these different things, then you're in a state of lack. You don't have those things. So you want to go into and sealeth your instructions, your feeling states. You want to feel that you already have everything, that you don't have a want of anything. So that's a state of gratitude, a state of reception, of receiving more things to come to you. Then you're in the state of already having everything. So then when you seal your instructions, you've just told the subconscious mind, you just told God, the collective consciousness, the universe, that you already have all these things, even though you don't. You're creating these feeling states, and there can be baby steps with this. Okay, so if you're $50,000 in debt, but you want to have $100 million and be totally successful with everything that you ever done, be in great relationships, everything in your life's perfect, and you want to take these steps. You want to start creating that feeling. I'm not saying start low. I'm saying keep doing it. I'm saying don't just give up because the first day, the first night, you feel like you did it, but you don't really have the control of the direction of your attention and your feeling states yet. Don't give up the first night. Keep doing this. Keep working on this. Do it throughout the day. Even write it down. Keep it in your pocket and keep creating this feeling state. Keep going back to it. Keep going back to this all day long as much as you possibly can, and create a new version of yourself that is content and very happy and has everything. Like, who would you be if you had everything? What's this feeling state that you would have if you had everything that you wanted, that you were no longer in debt, that you were in the perfect relationship, that you had all the money that you could ever desire? You have it all right now. So who is this person? And you have to keep thinking about these things and asking yourself these questions throughout the day, and creating that momentum. You're creating the momentum throughout the day, creating this feeling, going there, creating the feeling throughout the day. So before you go to sleep and sealeth your instructions, you're already halfway there. You're already halfway there with changing your concept of yourself. So you can do this, and before you go to bed, you're already feeling, you're like, wow, I do feel a lot different. I feel like I'm much happier. I feel like that I have more, and I've changed who I am as a person. So right before you go to sleep, then you start creating more of that. You start taking your mind back and keep going there, creating this feeling state, and then you're sealing your instructions. And this can be created, this can be done by anyone. There's no one out here, there's no one watching this video that can't do this. Every one of you can do this. There's nothing impossible to anyone watching this video. You can do this. You can change your concept of yourself, create these feeling states. It may be a little bit difficult at first, but have fun with it. That's the key here. Be childlike when you're doing this. Make believe, certain things. If you want to make believe, all these, and that helps you create a feeling state, start doing that, because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between any of those things. It doesn't know the difference between hot and cold, right and wrong, all these things. It only knows what you tell it through your feeling states. So make believe, be childlike, and start creating this feeling, like having fun with it, as you're creating a new version of yourself and creating whatever it is that you desire, that you already have it. Keep going there, feeling it, asking that question. How would I feel if I had this relationship, or I had this amount of money, I had this car, I had this house, I was financially, financially free from everything right now, and that's who I am right now. Keep going, being childlike, like you have all these things. Create that dominant feeling state, lead it all the way up to sleep at night, and just keep doing it as you're going to sleep. Take about 10-15 minutes before you go to sleep, asking yourself and just smiling, even have an intentional or unintentional smile. Even if you're not happy, start smiling more. Start smiling more. Create that feeling state that everything in your life is perfect right now, and then sealeth those instructions with the subconscious mind, the universe, and then it will have no choice but to give those things to you. But start working on this now. And another thing that's very, very fun and simple to do is counting $100 bills in your imagination throughout the day and as you're falling asleep, which I really, really enjoy. It creates a really strong and powerful sense of abundance within me when I'm counting. I'm having fun. I'm being childlike. I'm counting them in my imagination, these $100 bills. And that's why I created a PDF workbook, printout workbook on my website. And you can find that. It's the very first link in the description. And that can be very helpful in creating a very powerful feeling state as you're falling asleep by counting $100 bills. That's the very first link in the description below. That'll take you right to my website, and you can get the PDF printout workbook for that. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to give me one thing you are grateful for, and I will put a card up to one of my very favorite sleep meditations that will also assist you in creating a very powerful feeling state as you're going in to seal your instructions with the universe, your higher self, or the subconscious mind. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.